You could be ruining your life at this very moment. And you know how I could tell? By looking at how you spend your time. You see, time is like money. It is either investing or being spent. So what are you investing your money in right now? Are you investing it in yourself, in your side hustle, in your health, in your well-being? Or are you investing or spending your time in things that you probably shouldn't, like eating junk food, procrastination, watching Netflix, watching TikToks? For this very reason, it is imperative that you learn how to track where your time is going, because if you're spending it or investing it in the wrong things, then of course your life is not going to go where you want it to go, because you're not doing the right things with your time. And this is why this video was made, in order for you to make you more aware of where you're spending your time and some of the best ways for you to maintain and keep track of your time in order for you to invest it in the things that really matter to you. My name is Mibar Zagoya, and if you like this type of content of self-improvement and improving every step in your life, then I highly recommend that you smash the like button, because the YouTube algorithm is going to promote more videos like this. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So the first way for you to track and see where your time is being spent or invested in is to stay organized. You see, time is like a dimension, just like space. If you don't have a plan of where your time is being spent, it is the same as you not having a GPS that is going to lead you to your desired destination. When you don't have a GPS, you're probably going to be stranded and deserted like in a desert. And this means that you just need like a GPS for your time. So here goes a little challenge. I challenge you to keep track of every single thing that you do for just 1 week. Put in your work, put in your sleep, put in your meals, put in TikTok, put in YouTube, put in Xbox, put in leisure time, put in everything that makes up your time throughout the week. After you do this, I want you to really look into what you're spending time into and ask yourself, am I really spending the right amount of time on the right things? This challenge is meant for you to open your eyes and finally start to see where your time is going. Because let me tell you, for the vast majority of people are just wasting their time, and they still have the audacity to say that their life is not going the right direction. It's like, duh, where are you spending your time? So what I want to tell you is that a GPS for space and your destination is a schedule in time equivalency. This means that a schedule is a time plan, and a time plan is a life plan. Now, I know some of you are going to say, I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm not making a schedule. I do not want to be controlled by bells and whistles. I'm sorry to break it to you, but many people are like robots, because everyone has their own habits. Everyone has their own likes, their leisure time, and work. It is either you shape your time at this moment, else it will not lead you to success. Okay, the number 2 thing here is accountability. You want to know what the number 1 predictor of success is? It's intelligence. But there is a big but. The second predictor of success is conscientiousness. You could have low intelligence and high conscientiousness and still outperform those who are intelligent but have very low conscientiousness. So this means that you need to be aware. That is what conscientiousness is, working hard on the things that you are aware of and that you don't like. But you having a system that tells you what you are spending your time in and making yourself more aware of where the time is going, you are going to be able to say where your time should be going to and what it should not be going to. By having a tracking system, you're gonna hold yourself accountable on the things that you are spending your time in. Number 3 here is multitasking and single tasking. I'm sure many of you have heard that, oh, you must be able to multitask because it's an important asset, an important ability, an important skill in life. Our brains suck at multitasking. Sure, you can be chewing gum and walk, but that's not the same as you actually doing multitasking at a high level. So to whoever said that multitasking is a skill requirement is just a dummy, because research has shown that we are just not meant to multitask. But we are so good, amazing at single tasking. Basically, single tasking is you being in the flow, fully concentrated on what you need to be concentrated. By concentrating on a single task, you know what you're doing? You are actually increasing the outcome, the value of whatever you're doing. And this is the reason why scheduling is a major component of where you're spending your time. You need to be able to form a schedule in order for you to stay on task. I will tell you this right now. If you schedule 1 hour of playing the guitar rather than, let's say, practice 2 hours of an unscheduled playing of a guitar, more likely than not, the 1 hour that was scheduled is actually more effective than the unscheduled of 2 hours. That is mostly because the 1 hour schedule was meant for you to focus and fully concentrate on it, but the 2 hour schedule was just done out of everything, and there could be a high possibility of distractions. I would much rather have 1 hour of practice that is concentrated and fully immersed rather than 2 hours of unfocused and not really immersed. Okay, so the number 4 thing is habits and how much power they actually hold. Habits dictate your life. If you have the right habits, you're going to flourish and be awesome and have amazing abundance. But on the contrary, if you have bad habits, you're probably going to rot. And this just speaks to the power of the small things that you do, or some of the habits that you do. For example, eating an extra dessert today does not hurt you at all. But if you continuously do this, you're going to more likely add a bunch of weight to you. Same thing goes for practicing an instrument. For me, it's the guitar. I practice around 15 minutes a day. And right now, on this very one day, 15 minutes does not do me a lot, does it? But let me tell you that once you practice it enough consistently every day, you're going to see massive results. This is where you have to put a lot of emphasis on habits. Habits can enhance or destroy your life. So the importance of any habit is the consistency, but more importantly, what it's going to do for you. Creating a consistent schedule of habits is going to ensure that you are on the road for success. Finally, we reached the end, and here we're gonna see how we actually do the scheduling and the tracking of our time to ensure our success. In order for you to schedule your time, one of the best ways that I found was Google Calendar. What's awesome about it is that it's free and it's very easy to use and implement in your life. So what I recommend, and I will show a picture of how my Google Calendar is, I just started by adding every single thing that I spend time on. That included sleep, eating, school, playing the guitar, showering. Everything needs to be included in this in order for you to finally start to see where you are putting your schedule in. A great way for you to track your time is through apps. There are many apps out there that are going to allow you and enhance you keeping track of your time, but the ones that I recommend are Clockify and Toggle Track. They are very simple to use. You simply put in what you did, how much time you spent, and click done. Furthermore, you can even add categories and it will add a supplement to your schedule in Google Calendar. Now, to those who think that this is just too invasive, too complicated way to just track your time and schedule it, then I recommend the old reliable, which is just a pen and paper and a way for you to keep track of time. One last thing that you probably are going to need is a way for you to reach that high level thinking in order for you to concentrate on whatever task you scheduled and track. Because if you are unfocused and distracted, you're not going to reach that focused state that you need to ensure that the most value is out of that situation, to ensure that the most value is given of that particular activity. For that reason, shameless plug, I did a video on that, on how to reach this high level thinking state in very simple steps. So if you really want to step up your game, I highly recommend you watch that video. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Yeah.